Hello everyone. In last class, we had already started our new chapter that is called planning, and we already discussed about what is the concept of planning, what are the features of planning, and what is the importance of planning. We had already learned about as in what is the role of planning. It comes to our organization as well as in our daily life too. Now, in this class, we will discuss about what are the limitations of planning. Although while discussing the features and importances of planning, we are all about that planning is very good, and it's we are getting the best positive vibes from that particular purpose. But now we need to see the negative side or as well as limitations also about planning. As it what are the limitations which is required to measure or focus that is contained with the planning. Let's begin with generally planning is consists with, or I must say limitations of planning is divided into two sectors, that is internal limitations or external limitations. Internal limitations generally deal with the internally purpose of organization, or I must say internal environment of organization or within the organization. All the effects or all the causes which causes the within the organization or which impact within the organization is based on the internal limitation of planning. And what if we don't get, if we are getting the affected, or if my planning doesn't get affected, or if my planning is changed by due to some scenarios, some outer scenarios, some external environment, then it should be considered as external limitations of planning. So now let's begin with our very first topic, that is internal limitations of planning. First one, planning leads to rigidity. Yeah, how the planning may lead to rigidity? My dear friends, planning allowed the managers to create and innovate, to produce innovative ideas, new ideas, to generate some new suggestions. Yeah, this is a good thing. But generally what happens that sometimes all levels of management, or I must say all level of managers, don't apply the plan or don't apply the innovative ideas. They must follow the existing experiences, or they must follow, or they can follow that whatever suits in the organization in past is suit right now also. So they won't be able to create a new ideas, or they won't create a mental exercise, or they won't be able to do a new ideas. And somewhere some organization also don't want that each and every employee should get plan. Sometimes they want that each and every employee should work according to them, as in according to the top management. All the kind of employees or level of management should be focused. So my dear friends, that's why planning may be rigid. It can't be a, we can say that it's not rigid, it's rigid because sometimes organizations won't allow you to plan, as well as sometimes managers himself or herself don't want to plan. They don't want to change any scenario, they don't want to experiment any new ideas. So planning discourages individuals, initiatives and creativity. How it will discourage? Because it won't give you a chance, or it won't give you a effort, or you can't give efforts to particular organizations. The managers do not make changes according to the changing business environment. They stop taking or giving suggestions and new ideas. Thus, detailed planning may create a rigid framework in the organization. Suppose like one manager asked to do a planning or asked to do a creation of new innovative ideas, but the organization or the top management refuses to bring new ideas to them. Then he or she will don't bring ever for the any new idea, any innovation idea, whether his or her idea is important or not. Organization won't carry his or her particular idea. Clear? Next, planning may not work in dynamic environment. How? We already learned about in the case of importance and feature also that planning is dealt with the dynamic environment, as in we can change our planning on a basis of environment or on the basis of situations, as in when and where I will require, I will change my planning, I will change my protocols, I will change my strategies. But it's not necessary. You can't change each and every scenario, you can't change your planning in each scenario. Sometimes it becomes more difficult that you can't able to continue, or you can't able to change your planning with the existing plans, or taken the new plans. Something it takes time. So that's why we can't say that planning may not be work in dynamic environment. See, planning is based on anticipation of future happenings, and since future is uncertain and dynamic, therefore future anticipation are not always true. We always make the planning on the basis of future also, that अगर हम ये टारगेट अचीव करेंगे, इस दिन तक अचीव करेंगे तो ये हो जाएगा, और अगर हम ऐसे चलेंगे, इफ यू फॉलो दिस प्लान देन वी विल अचीव दिस काइंड ऑफ टारगेट. Clear? But my dear friends, future is also uncertain. Then how you can sure about that all work or all the planning should be gone as you like, or as you made the plan, or as you want? It doesn't seem fit. Clear? Next, planning involves huge costs. What do you mean by how much? I must say the huge cost involved in planning, as in according to you planning is only a mental exercise, it won't take a cost. But my dear friends, in today's scenario, cost is equivalent to your time also. Planning requires time. It requires that you need to take time, you need to take proper analysis, you need to give time, you need to research, as well as you need to find out all pros and cons for all the alternatives, whatever you had, or how your plan should be worked. So first of all, it requires time. Second, in case of amount or in case of money, I discuss about the cost. Regarding your planning, you have to hire some professionals, or you have to make some board meetings, or you have to deal with the particular meeting or consultancy meeting, consultancy charges, from which you need to advise to your employees, each and every employee, as well as to discuss all kind of planning, that how I can run the business, how I can formulate the strategies. You need to discuss about all kind of professionals in your company, as in whether I am plan to do this thing, whether this particular thing is in favor for me or is not favor for me. Like for example, you are planning for to buy a new company. If you are planning to buy a new company, you will ask with your legal consultants like chartered accountants, lawyers, that is this company's purchase or acquisition is viable for me, or is it give return on investment on me, or is it makes me positive, or is it makes me the tax saving purpose, or whatever the purpose. I need to hire them, I need to pay them, as well as I need to discuss them, I have to give my time. That's why planning involves huge costs. When plans are drawn up, huge cost is involved in their formulation. Like detailed plans require scientific calculations to ascertain facts and figures. Scientific calculation here means it talks about analysis regarding pros and cons, I must say. Analysis regarding pros and cons of any alternative. Okay, the cost incurred sometimes may not justify the benefits derived from plans. For example, boardroom meetings. You need to hire a particular person, or you need to do a boardroom meeting, so that board meeting, I must say, boardroom meeting is also known as board meeting, so that your plan should be evaluated, as well as sent to your message to be delivered to each and every employee of the organization. Other is discussion with the professional experts. Professional experts here means like your legal consultants, CA chartered accountants, company secretaries, cost and management accountants, lawyers, etc. So these kind of all stuff deals with the planning that is involves huge costs. Clear? Next, planning is time consuming. Is, my dear friends, planning is time consuming? Yeah, as we already discussed, that planning requires your time. It requires major research, it requires major calculations, it requires major pros and cons. You need to understand what kind of alternatives you have, what is the best alternative for you. You need to decide, as in what is the best time I can achieve my target, or you need to think about that if I will go regarding from this schedule, then how I can achieve my target. For example, if in case we discuss about our exams will be came in February or March, okay, but whatever we plan regarding that, right now we are planning for the study, how we will study, then we should plan that this particular subject should take this time, this particular subject should take this time. We will plan around regarding minimum to maximum time period for a particular subject. Okay, but while preparing that particular plan or preparing that particular timetable, you need your particular time, that is you have to give your time so that you can make effective blueprint of your timetable or effective blueprint of your study plan. Clear? So sometimes plans to be drawn up take up so much of time that there is not much time left for their implementation. Sometimes हम कई बार प्लानिंग करते करते इतना टाइम वेस्ट कर देते हैं कि उसको इम्प्लीमेंट कब करेंगे पता ही नहीं पड़ेगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, if you had exams after 2 days only, now you are started planning that this chapter has to be done in 5 minutes, this in for half hour, this is for 1 hour. Now you are doing all the planning. Then what do you think, that only planning, only the timetable takes around 2 hours to complete my timetable. Now how much time I left? So minimum time. How I can achieve my targets? How I can do my targets? So it is very difficult. That planning takes time consuming. It's time consuming, as well as sometimes it won't be help you to, or it won't allow you to implement plan as per to you. Okay. Next, planning does not guarantee success. How does that mean that planning does not guarantee success? Earlier we talked about in our importances and features that planning will assure you, or planning will helps you to success, or helps you to achieve your goals, helps you to achieve your targets. Then how is it limitation? How it can't guarantee your success? My dear friends, planning is not a sure thing, that it can't give you assurance that if you go with this plan, then for this purpose, or I must say, then for surely you will get your success. Why? Because there are various factors which can affect your plans, as in, like, various factors will affect your plans, like sometimes your plan won't monitored properly, you hadn't allowed the time to complete your task, as well as your employees won't getting seriously to get your plan, you are not allowed, or you are not doing the punishments or penalties for if anyone who is not following the plan, or sometimes government made some rules and regulations which impact your plans, any technological changes comes into the organization which came to change in your plan, or any sudden or uncertain moment or a shocking moment came into organization, any failure to the machine came to the organization, any breakdown came in the organization. So this all continued, which leads to that you won't be able to get your success on time. That's why planning cannot be ensured, or cannot be assured that you can guarantee a success. It helps you to achieve the success, it helps you to maintain or achieve the targets on time, but it can't assure you that you can achieve by this plan only. Clear? Let's see. Success of an enterprise is possible only when plans are properly drawn and implemented. Success is possible only when plans are properly drawn and implemented, as in when and where you planned as well as properly planned, as well as it will implement it in a proper manner as you want. But if there are some changes, or if there is any change regarding your implementation and formulation, then my dear friends, it won't guarantee that your plan will work or it will give you a success. Sometimes managers depend on previous tried successful plans, but it is not always true that a plan which has worked before will work effectively again. Yeah, this is true also, that sometimes managers also think about that whatever we planned for last time, or whatever our previous experiences, whatever our last plan will be applicable to the current scenario or to the in future also, but it's not necessary, my friends. Each and every plan, each and every scenario requires different plans. There may be a changing of plans in each and every scenario. You need to change, you need to observe pros and cons of each and every plan. Clear? Next, planning reduces creativity. Yeah, as I already told you about, that as managers are not like to they are produce any innovative ideas, or they are not asked about to give innovative ideas, or organization is not allowed that each and every employee should get a creative work. Sometimes organization has to follow a protocol which need to be maintained or need to be measured by each and every employee. They are not allowed to get the new ideas or get the new innovations, but sometimes they will allow that you can ask, or you can take the permission, or you can take the do the strategies, or you can make the strategies, you can check the, or you can change, or you can send your strategies or new ideas to us. It all depends on organizational purpose or organizational protocols. Like for example, if a company asks you to change your organizational goals, to change your plans, or to do the work according to you, we need only the targets, we need to achieve targets. How targets will achieve, it's up to you. Organization A told you regarding that, but organization B told that I need the target, and to achieve this target you need to follow this particular strategy only, there is no other strategy. Then my dear friends, what will happen in case of organization A, you will lead to some new creative ideas, some new innovations, as well as some new energies. You get the positive motivation from employees, as in they are free to work, but they only want to complete the target anyhow. But in case of organization B, if some person or some employee don't like your strategy, then he or she might forcefully do the job, but he won't do that job willfully. And my dear friends, if someone is not able to doing any job in a willful manner, then he or she won't be able to complete your task on time, or he or she will be getting irritated that why I am doing that particular such kind of work. He or she will try to shift his or her job from the organization. Clear? Work is to be done as per the predetermined plans. It is decided in advance what is to be done and how it is to be done, and who is going to do it. Moreover, planning is done by top management, which leads to reduction of creativity of other levels of management. Clear, my friends? Organization A and organization B. A has given opportunity that you can do your work anytime or any case. Like I must say, let's take example of Google. Google allows their employees that I need to achieve this particular thing. Or Google, not only Google, right now many MNCs are doing this particular job. In case of Google, they ask you that, for example, you need to produce, or you need to get update, or you need to get some products within a week. Within a week is the time. Okay, now you have to decide that what time you need to do the particular job. You need to complete that particular product or that particular project in a week only. Now they won't allowed, or they won't told you about that you need to do this work for only 10 to 6 hours, or 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's up to you. Totally it's up to you. As in you need to work for a week, as in you can work for a night, or you can work for a morning, or you can work for an evening, or you can work in a breaks also. It's totally up to you. They won't ask you anything. They only want that your project is completed on time or not. That's it. So according to you, which organization is doing the best? And in other organization, you are forcing to the employee that came to my office at 9 a.m., 6 a.m. or 10 a.m. or do the work and do the daily targets and complete your work till the 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. or onwards. So sometime maybe initially he won't get distracted or irritated, but after the habit of this, he will get irritated with your job profile. Clear? Now there are some external limitations also which impact our planning decisions. I already told about that external limitations dealing with all the factors or all the situations which are external to the organization, or I must say which are not in control of the organization. Like changes in government policies may lead to failure of planning. In case government policies are changed, or government rules and regulations are changed, government laws are changed, then my dear friends, you need to change your plans so that it will do a better targets, or it will achieve a better targets as according to government policy also, and this you can't control within the organization. Next is natural calamities. If any natural calamities happens to you or happens to any organization, then my dear friend, you need to change your plan too. So that, because in case any natural calamity has lost you or has give you a major impact, or like flood, earthquake or something like that, then my dear friends, you need to reschedule or retarget. You need to maintain a new plans to build up or to bounce back regarding this particular loss. Changes in the strategies of competitors also leads to failure of planning many times. Suppose you are doing the planning on the basis of competition factors, or on the basis of your customers, or on the basis of your current existing policies only, but now there is a change, the competitors may change their policies, or competitors may change their any pricing strategies, or may change their product strategies, as in price same रखना है, quality decrease करना है, as in same price and quantity will be decreased. So this all kind of efforts or this kind of effects of competition directly or indirectly impact your organization also. Then you also require to change your planning, to change your discussions, to change your strategies, etc. Next, regular technological changes may affect planning. Regular technological changes also affect your planning, as in case technology changes day by day on nowadays, so you require to get the technology updated in your organization. Right now you need to deal with the technology, you need to cope up with the technology, so that it gives you a better results. Last but not least, changes in the economic and social conditions also reduces the effectiveness of planning. What are the economic and social conditions they are talking about? Economic conditions like changes in inflation rates, or I must say changes in interest rates, etc. They all deal with the economic conditions, as well as social conditions generally deal with trends, changes in trends, customs, values, etc. It all deals with some kind of stuff. So whenever these kind of changes are required, we are required to change our plans. Clear, my friends? Let's get revision about all the limitations. Let's get 2 minutes revise for all our limitations. See, limitations are divided into two types, that are internal limitation and external limitation. Internal limitation is generally deals with the within the organization, any limitation which is comes under the within the organization, or which can impact directly to the organization. First was planning leads to rigidity. In this particular concept, we learned about that managers are not allowed to create or not allowed to do a new ideas, new innovation ideas. They may be don't allow, they are not allowed, they are only doing the work as that asked by top management only. Next is planning may not work in dynamic environment. That, yeah, this is also we had learned about, that planning may not be changed in each and every scenario, each and every situation, because planning is require proper time, proper cost, so that in case any changing in the environment came into the organization, then we need to observe that we need to change our plan, or we don't need to change our plan. Clear? Next is planning involves huge cost. Planning involves huge cost, as in it requires your time, as well as it requires your money, as well as it requires your discussion with the professionals, or you need to do a board meetings to send your suggestions to your employees, etc. That's why it involves huge costs. Planning is a time consuming process, as we can't make the plan at an instant manner. We need to do analyze, we need to do the proper calculations, we need to analyze about each and every alternatives, pros and cons of each and every alternatives. That's why it involves time. it is time consuming also. Next, planning may not guarantee your success because our plans are generally made on future and future is uncertain. That's why it's not sure, or planning is not assure you that each and every plan will get you a success. But yeah, if your planning is implemented and drawn properly and followed and monitored properly, then my dear friends, it can give you a success. Planning reduces creativity, as we already learned about that organizations don't want to any employee that they can change your mind, they can do the job while using the creativity they want to do. Organization generally wants that each and every person will do the work in that particular manner that as per told by the top management only. They won't require to create a new ideas or new innovations by middle or lower level management. Next, external limitations are generally dealt with external forces to the organization which is directly or indirectly impacted to the planning of an organization, but it is not only impact to the such particular organization, it may impact to the many organizations also. First is changes in government policy. If government policy has been changes, then you need to change your plans. Second is natural calamities will affect your plans. If there is any natural calamity happens to your organization or to the person who is leading the plan, then you need to change your plannings. Changes in the strategies of competitors. If competitors change their strategies or plans or pricing policies, you also require to change your strategies, plans, etc. Regular technological changes may affect planning. If technology changes in as far, then we need to change the technology or are getting updates to beat our competitors, as well as to get the new technology to our customers is also a new trend or new requirement for the organization. Last, changes in the economic and social conditions also affect your planning. As in economic and social conditions, in economic conditions we discuss about in case changes of inflation rates, interest rates, demand and supply, etc. But in case of social conditions, like trend has been changed, some religion has been changed, or customs, any custom require any change, or anything which impacts your organization's planning comes under the this kind of limitation. Clear? Thank you.